I'm really hoping episode
Oh
8.
shit! Hold on, I hit the wrong button.
Oh my god! I haven't been to the 500 level in so long.
I haven't been to a game in like 2 years.
I feel like a snob saying
No, I hate the 500 level.
You
I
are
don't
a
need,
snob.
like, I hate peeing there. I never wouldn't want to put my bare ass or whatever. I'd have to have sex there.
Well, and we're recording and broadcasting, and that's beautiful.
Nice.
Well, as long as the world knows where I will and will not have sex.
It's
Well,
important.
it's important stuff.
It's important information.
200 level and below.
Right.
Fair enough.
And the locker room for sure.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it isn't Ryan Goins.
No, he needs
Oh.
his hat on. No, we agreed. We would all have
right.
sex with him. He just needs his hat on.
Needs to wear the hat. Okay.
Yeah, so then the debate became who would bang him without his hat.
Right.
Nobody.
Just that shiny, like...
It is
shiny.
really shiny. His head is
Just
really
picture looking down at that.
shiny. So... All right. Let's get started, I think. On that note. Bitch, I like it. I like it. Her shirt said that for those listening.
Batman.
I wasn't just calling it. Oh, mine says Star Wars, obviously.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Batman Star Wars, bitch.
Yes. All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Rabble of Thrones. This week we're going to talk about season 1, episode 8.
Oh,
the
thank God.
pointy end.
I love this episode name.
You watched the right episode, I guess.
Yeah, because I missed last week, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God.
I don't know which one to watch.
And I checked to make sure you posted it, and I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
I was like, did we record 8? And they didn't post it yet? Okay, phew, we're good.
Yep. Oh, we're good. We are good. So we're dealing with the aftermath of...
Whoa.
Nice. The aftermath of everybody turning on Ned Stark.
Yes.
Poor Nettie.
Yeah, so Arya's training with Syrio.
Mhm.
And
Sort of bravos.
that's right. And meanwhile, everybody who has anything to do with the Starks is just getting slaughtered in the streets.
It's true. Oh, you support the Starks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's
No!
here's my sword.
I said I support the Larks.
Yeah. I said something about tree bark.
I love tree bark.
So
We missed Mark.
yes.
Your
Okay.
Your tweet is awesome, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, because it said in 10 minutes, and then I took that out. So, so this is where Marin Trant,
Yeah.
Trant.
Trant.
Yeah.
Trant.
This is where he gets added to the list. So he
That's
shows
true.
up and says to
That's
Arya, "Hey, your dad wants you, so why don't you come with us?" And she's like, "No, my dad wouldn't send you to get me." And so Syrio shows those guys what's up, kicks all their asses,
And then says, run.
and then tells her to run, and she runs.
Did it with a wooden sword too.
Yeah. So again, as per my conspiracy theory, we never see him die.
No.
No body, no crime.
I don't know.
And George R. R. Martin is very
Yeah, and
good.
there's another thing here that when we get to, I'm gonna mention that I noticed that I wouldn't have noticed if my brain wasn't going in certain ways. So we'll get to that. It's small, but it's near the end. Anyways,
it's a thread that is left hanging.
it's what I like about going back and rewatching the show, because they do things on purpose. You know what I mean? Like this maybe not. This is probably just me just grasping at straws. But there are other things that they've done on purpose that you don't catch the first time through.
But they did that on purpose to see what, like, if nothing happens with this, they did that on purpose too.
Right. To just to have the conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
So
have you wondering.
So then Sansa's walking down the stairs with that old lady, and she's like, "Get upstairs, lock your door, don't answer it, blah, blah, blah." So as she goes up, now they don't show this old lady die, but I assume she did.
You assume.
Because they had swords with blood.
Because they show it later.
Oh, do they? Did they
when she with the heads?
Right.
Not in this episode.
Oh,
I think in the
right.
last episode of the season,
Yep.
when Sansa looks at the heads,
Yep.
she's one of them.
That's right.
Right.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
okay. Speaking of spoilers, before I go any further, we talked about Suits earlier.
oh right, yeah. Let's
Just to just spoilers crazy right now. So, the second last episode of Suits that has been aired,
like the
I'm
second.
now fully caught up.
Right.
It was the second last episode of Suits. They made a reference to, okay, huge fucking spoilers right here. If you're not caught up to Game of Thrones, I'm fucking sorry. Huge spoiler of, they made reference to the death of Jon Snow.
Yeah.
And how it happened.
Yeah.
Not just he died.
Yeah.
but, like,
Ollie stabbing him. Yeah. He's like, just like Ollie stabbing Jon Snow, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it when I was watching Suits. I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
And
Like,
and
it only aired
like,
before
3
that
months
episode of Suits. It had only aired like I think 2 months prior, month and a half prior, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But
like, it was huge. Like if you weren't watching Game of Thrones,
yeah, you're pissed.
week to week,
Yeah.
you were pissed right off.
So
I was shocked.
yeah, it was crazy.
Hmm.
So
Weird. What a weird choice.
And I mean, like, if it had happened season 4 or 3, it would have been okay. But it happened in the last season.
I like that show, because there's something that show does where it's like it makes references to other like pop culture things,
Yeah.
and I like that about that show. But that's too far. That's way too far.
That was a little far.
And it's
So-
not even the same network, right? It's
No,
not like
no,
they
no.
had HBO's consent or anything.
Nope.
or-
It was, just wild. Anyway, great fucking show. Watch that show.
Absolutely watch that show. It's fantastic.
Fuck you guys for ending it that way right now.
Yeah, it's that cliffhanger is pretty
Fuck
badass.
you.
So
The show ended on a cliffhanger?
well, no,
Oh,
the
not
season
show.
ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But thank you.
So
All at the same time.
the Hound shows up in front of Sansa's door and takes her to the Queen.
Yes.
And yeah, okay, and then Arya gets outside and she sees a bunch of dead dudes, and
Bunch of dead dudes.
then the fat kid's like, "Hey."
They were, well, the dead dudes in this, I don't think I gleaned it from watching it, but I then like to read all of the synopsis and the dead dudes were the ship that was going to take them away.
Take them away to.
That's what I read online. The dead dudes were supposed to be when Ned in the previous episode.
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Pack
okay,
up our shit. Yeah, pack up our shit. We're leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was like, oh god. Even the people that were going to help me are dead.
Yeah, everybody's dead. So
Everybody is dead.
So then the fat kid shows up. What was he trying to do? He was trying to steal something from her. Or, I don't know. And she stabbed him.
Yeah.
So
Just
that's
ran them through.
her first kill.
Yeah.
Way to go, Arya.
The pointy end.
Yeah. So then we go to Ned in the dungeon, and Varys comes to see him and gives him some water.
This might be one of my favorite scenes in Game of Thrones.
It is a good scene because like Varys is like you don't trust him, but he's helping Ned here, but he tells him like, yeah, you're a dead man, like you know that, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they'll just give Tyrion back. Oh well, she kind of let Tyrion go.
Ooh.
So your bargaining chip's gone.
Yeah, I love that. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
The one bargaining chip you
Yeah,
had.
and then he's like, well, then just slit my throat now.
Yeah, not only did your idiot wife start this by taking him in the first place.
Yeah, but then
your
she
idiot
let
wife's
him go.
dumber sister let him go.
Yeah.
So then-
Because what she should have done to make all of this go away, the trial by combat, sure, and then wait for Jaime Lannister to show up. That's the way to, like, avoid all of this.
Yeah.
But the Tully women fucked up everything.
Yep.
And will continue to fuck up everything.
Yep. Because that's what they do.
The Tully women started this.
And they breastfeed their
went-
children till they're, like, 18. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I like later on, he's like, oh, I'm hungry, and starts, like, pulling at her shirt. So So Varys. So at the end of that scene, Ned says, "Hey,
It's the best line in the world.
yeah, like he says, who do you serve?" And he says, "The realm. Someone must." And it's like it is. It's such a good line because
I believe it.
and I also believe it is that he is looking out for the best of the whole world.
I think Varys is the only one in this entire show with absolutely pure motivations.
Yeah.
And there's interesting book stuff that will come up in book 5 that they haven't touched on about Varys.
Mm-hmm.
That I think we got a little bit from the last season when we saw him talking to Tyrion.
Right.
Like, we kind of know there's more to him, but like he is the one that has the best interests of the realm. And this seemed to me, and I've talked about this, and this is what I've learned from the rewatch, of how stupid Ned is.
He's a dummy.
I thought he was this, like, on the first watch, he was like this grand
Smart,
hero.
noble, like, just
noble, but
do
now
good.
It's like, oh, retarded. Yeah. Like, you didn't...
Everything you do is wrong, Ned.
Everything you do is
every
wrong.
Decision you've made is dumb.
You're dumb. You're just like...
decision he's made has been a good decision, in quotes, you know? Like, it's not been, I want to do what's... He wants to do what's best,
right?
Not what's ideal, like what's going to keep him alive.
Right. It's like, I don't care. I don't care what keeps me alive as long as I'm honorable.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's pissed off so many people by sticking to this dumbass code.
Right.
Yes.
So...
Anyways.
It's proof that in life, you can't just go around being a goody-goody and doing everything right. Sometimes you gotta do something wrong.
Well, it's like, telling little white lies to spare people's feelings.
Right.
Not going to Cersei in the previous episode and telling her your plans.
Yeah, maybe it's okay that her kids die.
He was in Bond.
Mm-hmm.
How does he not know to not share your plans for world domination?
Exactly.
He was a Bond villain. He should know this.
It's true. 006.
Don't go to Cersei and tell her your plans.
So dumb.
So dumb.
So after that, we go to the wall, and they pull in these dead dudes. And the hand, they found the guy with the missing hand, so we know it's not Benjen's hand. And the dead dudes are obviously not Benjen or anyone from his party. So Benjen's still... And
I think they're from Benjen's party, aren't they? It's just not Benjen.
he said they had said that it was like not Benjen and no one from his party.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I heard exactly
because I am all on this whole Benjen thing right now. Like, this is what I'm watching. Or like, forget about it. This is all coming around. I hope. So, as they're looking at the botching for right now,
Benjen.
Yeah, because it has to come back around. He doesn't leave anything to chance or like forget about it. This is all coming around. I hope. So, as they're looking at the bodies and what did he say? As they're looking at the bodies, a raven comes, or they tell Mormont that there's a raven, then he's got to read it. So he calls Jon Snow up, and he's like, pour me a beer, pour yourself one too, you're going to need it. Your dad's a traitor, and he's in jail, and they're going to cut his head off probably. But you can't do anything because you took your vows, so...
just telling you.
So don't do anything stupid, dumbass.
Shouldn't have told you. Bye.
Have a nice day. Go fold some laundry or something.
You took your vows. Sorry.
Yeah. So then my next note is fucking Sansa, and I can only assume that this is the scene where
she writes the letter.
She writes the letter. That's right. So she's so fucking. I hate her so much. She's so like, I love Joffrey. I love him.
Now, if you really love Joffrey...
Yeah, you'll write this letter to your family. So then we flash to Winterfell, because that scene, nothing really happened. It was, tell them this, tell them that.
Yeah, I was just showing how
and basically tell Robb to come to King's Landing, bend the knee, and everything's good.
Yeah.
Everything's good. So then we go to Winterfell with Robb with the note, and he's not having any of it. Call the banners.
It did the opposite.
Yeah, let's get this shit on the road. And Theon is all about it because, you know, his dad's fucking a rebel too, right? So he loves
Theon
this
wants
shit.
to fight and fuck.
Fucking fight.
The one
Fucking
thing,
fight and fuck.
the one thing I did like about this scene is his hand is shaking, and Theon's like, "You're scared," and he, you know, Robb looks down at his hand and it's shaking. He's like, "Yeah, I guess so," and Theon's like, "Good, means you're not stupid," which is a great, like, that's fantastic. That's such a good line.
It seemed out of character for Theon,
Right.
but it's a great line.
Right. Someone had to say it, and he was the only one there.
How do we write another character into the
Yeah.
room?
So then, where are we here? Now Catelyn comes down with the note from the Raven about Ned being captured, and yelling at Liza like, "You've had this since this morning, and I'm only seeing it now." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't have to show you; it was addressed to me. I'm only showing you as a courtesy." So she's trying to get Liza to commit, you know, her men to the fight, but she won't do it because she's a dumb bitch. I hate her so much. Oh my god,
She's a dumb bitch.
She is a dumb bitch.
she's so brutal.
Who's a dumber bitch? Who do we hate more, Liza or Sansa?
Oh, well, they're related, so it's
Yeah.
like, who do we hate more? I mean,
That's a tough call. I don't know.
I mean, Sansa's young. I'm gonna say Liza because Sansa's still young, so she doesn't know any better.
And her character does get better.
It does. Liza's never gets better.
No.
Oh, it gets worse.
Right.
And thank
So-
God for later on in the series.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So Tyrion and Bronn are walking down the path. Just two guys out on the town.
Two bros.
Bros.
Yeah.
brah?
Tyrion tells them, you know, like, if ever you, how did the line go? If ever you find yourself in a position to betray me, just remember, I'll pay more.
It's good advice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, I like being alive.
I mean, if you can pay it, why not, right?
Right. So then Bronn wakes Tyrion up because they're surrounded by the Stormcrows. And they're like...
Are they the Stormcrows? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just hill people.
Well, they're hill people, yeah. But they called themselves Stormcrows.
Oh, yeah.
So... they ask Tyrion how he wants to die. In his bed, at the age of 80, with a full belly and a girl's mouth around his cock. And the guy he's like, all right, he could live, kill the other guy, we'll bring him back, and he'll be a clown for the kids. And then
He can stay.
Yeah. And
I
then
like him.
Tyrion talks them into, you know, coming with him to get better equipment and stuff so they can fight the Knights of the Vale.
Yeah, he convinces them that we're the enemy of the enemies, my friend.
Right.
We're all against the Vale. You hate the Vale,
Yeah.
we hate the Vale.
The Vale sucks.
Doesn't
Let's
the
get
Vale
'em.
suck?
So, okay, so then we go back to the wall. They agree, by the way. So nobody dies.
Nope.
Father.
So now we go back to the wall, and Alistair starts talking some shit. Like, oh, your dad's a traitor. You're a traitor. Fuck you, Jon Snow.
You're a traitor. Your dad's a traitor.
Fucking piece of shit. And then Jon Snow loses it and goes to fucking knife him, and everybody holds him back. And then Mormont's
Is he just testing his will, or what is?
I don't know. I think Alistair's just an asshole.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his character because I feel like he's just evil for the sake of being evil, you
I
know?
don't think he's evil. He's just an
Evil.
asshole.
Yeah.
He is literally just an asshole. And that's okay
Yeah.
because give the job that he has demands him to be an asshole.
True.
He needs to be a douchebag to do his job correctly. So, he's an asshole. So now Jon Snow gets confined to his quarters. And so he's in bed sleeping and sulking.
As Jon Snow does so wonderfully.
And then Ghost loses his shit. And he's like, "Oh, Ghost, what's going on?" And then
Oh, Ghosty!
Oh my god.
Are you okay, Ghosty?
so they open the door, they go outside. There's the fucking, not a White Walker, but
White.
Yeah,
WRGHT.
cool. So he's attacking, and they stab him,
And then that doesn't work.
That doesn't work because he just gets up, and so Mormont's holding a lantern, right?
Yeah.
Jon Snow grabs the lantern and throws it at him. Now, as he grabs the lantern, he yells. He like, "Ah!" and then throws the lantern. And then in the next scene, you see him with a bandage on his hand. So, this kills a theory that I've had with someone that I work with about them going to burn Jon Snow in the, like, because then this ties into the whole Targaryen thing.
Right, yeah, because he got burned.
Right. So he got burned. He's wearing a bandage. He can be burned. This puts a little bit of a.
It does. It is an interesting thing to catch on the rewatch because he was able to get burned.
Right. So this throws a little bit of a curveball. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's not.
He is only half, though, if that theory is correct.
Right. So
like Daenerys can't burn because she's full Targaryen, right?
But
both of her parents are Targaryens.
Were they?
Were they?
Because I think they had mentioned that the Targaryens had inbred, but I don't think they were still doing it.
Yeah, who's her mom?
Is Jon the other side of fire?
So he's the ice.
Yeah.
Ice,
well, that's
baby.
been the theory since the beginning.
Right.
The Song of Ice and Fire is
Yeah, exactly. Like
it's Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen.
So
the only way we're gonna figure that out is at the beginning of next season.
So the theory of them trying to burn him and him not burning and everybody being like, "Oh my god, that's not gonna happen." So that's
Clearly not.
So,
Our good old rewatch has told us this.
But yeah, so he touches the lantern. No last dragon business. Okay. Oh yeah, no. So now we go to the Dothraki have raided the town and they're taking slaves and raping chicks, and Daenerys does not like this at all.
She is not happy.
No, she doesn't like slaves. She doesn't like rape. She doesn't like,
even though ironically, she fell in love with her husband
who raped her
after she was raped by him.
Right.
So,
which is so weird.
So weird. This show sends very weird messages about sexuality.
It really does. Like, yeah, sometimes you can fall in love with your raper.
It's okay. You have to figure out how to have sex with him yourself, and then you'll love him.
And then you'll love him. It's fine.
You just have to learn to like it.
So she tells them. So the one guy's about to rape this one girl, and he tells Jorah she tells Jorah hey, this can't happen. So a couple of the guys go over and stop him. And then she's like, I'm taking this guy and this girl and I'm taking all these other girls. They're all mine. You can't touch them. And the Dothraki boys were not too happy about that.
Major blue balls.
Exactly. So he goes and cries to Drogo.
Mm-hmm.
And Drogo's like, Daenerys shows up and he's like, okay, tell me what's going on. So she tells him. And he's like, all right, go put your cock in something else. Right? Like, that's what he said. And
it's pretty much, yeah.
And
stick your dick somewhere else.
And Buddy did not like that.
No.
So.
Well, because that's the Dothraki culture.
Right.
I want it. I'm gonna pay.
raid towns, rape women, take slaves, whatever.
It's the
right?
spoils that this is what they've earned by
That's
going
right.
to war. This is the spoils of war.
Right. So for her to come in and then try to change their this is gonna happen. People aren't gonna like that.
Yeah. It's like you're Western whore. You're a slave to your Western whore.
Right. And then he's like, "Oh, okay, it's on now."
Let's do this.
So he swings with the thing, hits him right in the fucking shoulder, and I'm like, "Man, and he like goes like into it, and then just fucking kicks his ass, like just so good, man." Drogo was such a badass.
Drogo is so badass.
God. So he's got the cut. He rips that guy's tongue out, but rips it out from inside his throat.
Yeah,
Which is pretty good. So he drops the tongue. Daenerys is like, "Oh, your shoulder. We gotta get that looked at." And
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he's like, "It's a scratch." She's like,
"Scratch."
Yeah, he's fine. So, then the chick that she saved is like, "Oh no, I'm a healer. I know how to fix this." And the other guy's like, "This is a witch, man. Like, don't trust the witch." And so she starts talking, and then he smacks her. Witch's words are poison. Like, he's so good. And like, this guy knew what was up. This guy's like, "We can't trust this chick." But okay, now I put this question in my notes. But don't you think that a warrior race or warrior clan or tribe or whatever, these guys, wouldn't they have medics that would know how to treat wounds like this?
Yeah, and it was such a weird plot point for Daenerys to even be,
and for her to just be like, "Yes, we're gonna trust her. Yeah,
okay.
Yes, I'm gonna let you have his life in your hands."
She's so protective of Drogo.
Right, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Let's do it. You clean it up. You take care of it. We're gonna be good.
At that point, it wasn't that dire. Like, it wasn't life-threatening. So it's not like, "Oh, geez, anyone here a doctor?"
Right. It just needs to be cleaned and sewn up. Like, I mean, shit, I could probably do it. You know what I mean? I mean, any of us could do it. She doesn't need anything special. Just clean it and sew it up.
Yes, this was just and it was the same in the books. It's just an odd Game of Thrones weird plot point that was kind of like just in there to move the story along.
Right. So, okay, so then we go to the meeting of Robb and his bannermen. And shit, what's that guy?
Love the scene.
It's so
Crazy
good.
Great John.
He
gets his fingies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great John Umber.
He's like, "No, I'm not doing what you're saying. I'm doing it my way." And Rob's like, "No, you're gonna do it, whatever." And then
it's like, "No, you're 12."
Yeah, you're 12. I'm not following you. You're a fucking kid. What does he say? You're so green. Or no, was it Tywin who said the green line? So green that you piss grass. Was it him?
I don't remember who it was.
Yeah. So, anyways, so then what's Rob's fucking direwolf's name? Greywind, yeah. Jumps the table and fucking
bites his fingers off.
And
that's when he decided that Robb was a man.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, okay, your dog can really bite my fingers off." And then he laughs about it.
Okay, guys.
Like, yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. He's like, "All right, let's do this." So, yeah, and that guy's awesome.
Yeah, because Robb is the one that they kind of show is really nothing without his direwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh.
I guess. I still think, but he made all the right decisions. Like with all of this coming up, except for the one, he pretty much led this right.
Except for where he put his pee-pee.
That's right. No, he's okay to put it there. He just should have stuck with. Yeah, he just should have.
He shouldn't have put a ring on it.
That's right. That's right. So.
Nice ring hand, Tyler.
Where are we here? So Robb seems like he'll be a great leader. I don't know why I put that.
What a great guy.
Yeah, Just whatever. So
Super great guy.
What a hilarious note to write down, especially knowing everything that happens. Rob
I
seems
think
like
that's
he's gonna be a
I
good
think that's
leader.
why I put it. I think the irony of it. Yeah.
You know what? Rob seems like he's really good. He's the leader we need.
So then
He's really got his shit together.
Wow.
So then he's talking to Bran and telling him that he's gonna leave, and you need to stay. You need to be. There needs to be a
Because you don't have a choice.
right, and you can't walk, so it's not like
Yeah.
you're really gonna go anywhere, anyways.
I don't want you running off and joining. Ooh.
Oh, too soon.
Oh, too soon.
Sorry, bro.
So,
Sarah.
so then Bran's outside with the tree, and he's praying or whatever, and Osha comes out and starts talking about the old gods, and she says, that in in the north beyond the wall, the only gods are the old gods. So then my question is, if beyond the wall the only gods are the old gods, how do you even know to call them the old gods?
Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
If she's never been south of the wall, how does she know?
Exactly.
Maybe she's been in Winterfell long enough.
Maybe.
But even still, the Winterfell and the Starks, they do worship the old gods.
Right.
I don't know.
So then Hodor comes running out with,
And then we see a penis!
with his dong flopping around.
We don't even see boobs in this episode.
Not
All
one.
talk,
Yeah.
Penis 1, boobs 0.
bro.
Yeah. So
No boobs.
1 penis.
Count.
I like how she sees him and she's like, "Oh, he's got giant's blood."
Yes.
Referring to what part, I wonder.
Oh,
He's like a kickstand.
That's good. So, so then they go back to the wall, and Sam's telling everybody about the guys that were touched by White Walkers, I think is the way he described it. And then he said, oh, you got to burn them in fire. And they're like, well, how do you know this? He's like, I read it in a book. So he said that he read White Walkers sleep beneath the ice for thousands of years, and when they wake up, and then he pauses, and then one of the other guys is like, well, what happens when they wake up? And he's like, I just hope the wall is high enough.
Yeah. And this
So-
is a bit of an I told you so moment too, right? Because in
Yeah.
the beginning of the episode, they were like, using Jon Snow, like, we should burn them.
Yeah. They're like, no, we got to look at them first. So then Catelyn meets up with Rob, and they discuss now they discuss
Exactly.
like what's gonna happen if they lose, right? And they're like, oh, if we lose, like, your sisters are dead, your dad's dead, I'm dead, you're dead, everybody's dead.
No pressure, though.
Yeah, so
Honey.
you know what you gotta do? You gotta
leader, man.
not lose. So don't lose, because if you
Try
lose,
not to lose.
you're killing your whole family.
So, love you.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, okay. I love you. Bye bye.
Kisses, bye.
Oh my god, did my browser crashed? Great.
Stupid browser.
I'm like, what? I'm like, I know I have more notes than this, and it wouldn't scroll. There we go. Yeah. So then Tyrion takes the Stormcrows to meet Tywin.
Who's
I
with
like-
Kevin?
Yep. I like the line here where they're talking about Tywin says Jaime would have never been caught, or Jaime would have never let them catch him. He's like, yeah, he's braver than I am, but I'm better looking. And so as Tywin's like going to battle, he says to them, hey, like to the Stormcrows, hey, come fight with us and you'll have whatever he promised you plus more. And they're like, yeah, cool, but he's got to fight with us.
Yeah.
And Tywin's like, yep, cool.
Yeah, Tywin's like, perfect, it's win-win.
My son will probably die.
That's right. So then they go to Ned in the dungeons again, and it's just a guy like kicks him and then waves the torch in his face. And like that was the whole scene. Like I don't understand. It's like my note is, oh yeah, Ned's still alive. Like I don't understand.
I'm not dead yet.
Nice.
So then we go to the
So I think that's the second Monty Python Holy Grail.
I almost tried to stick another one in there. Oh, with the witch. How do you know she's a witch?
She turned me into a newt.
I'm mute.
Oh, I got better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
is that what's happening now? We're just Monty Python podcast.
Yeah, we're just gonna just do from start to finish the Holy Grail as much as we can remember.
I haven't watched it in so long. I would be no use to you guys.
Oh, that's a shame.
King of the Britons. What's a Briton?
You all are. Well, I didn't vote for you.
I think that's my favorite scene in that whole movie.
You don't vote for a king.
King of
So we go to the the throne room, and as Sansa's like walking in, you hear that Slint's being named a lord because of his loyalty to the crown, I guess.
because of his baby killing.
Yeah, and has he killed the babies yet? No, he's killing the babies next time.
Whoops, spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.
Oops.
Yeah. So then they announced that Tywin will be named Hand of the King because obviously Ned Stark's a fucking traitor. And so then Cersei gets up and she's like, Barristan, let's step forward and take off your helmet. And he's like, what the fuck did I do? And she's like, oh, we're going to, let you retire and go and live in a nice house by the ocean, and you'll have all kinds of servants. And Barristan was not happy.
Like,
with this.
I don't want that.
He's like, I'm a knight, and my oath was until I die. He says my oath was for life. And then Cersei's like, whose life? Like yours or your king? Because you kind of let him die.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
So why do we think they're dismissing Barristan? Did he know something? Did he see something? Did they think on the hunt? Or they just like they know he's noble like Ned and he wouldn't.
Right, and if he found out the truth, he wouldn't let it go.
Yeah, once he find out, is that it? Is it like once you find out exactly what's going on, you're gonna?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think that's it because there's no other reason to. He's old, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, but
And this is just Cersei making enemies for no reason too. Is
that's
what
right.
I feel.
That's right.
Yeah,
and then
it's the start of her like showing that she really doesn't know how to lead.
What I really don't like about this scene is Baelish. So like he's taking off his cloak and he takes off the helmet and he takes off the gloves and he's like I'm a knight, I'm gonna die a knight, and then Baelish is like, yeah, a naked knight, ha 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 ha. Like I get it, like it's funny, but like why is Baelish making that joke?
I think he's sucking up to Cersei.
Is that what it is?
I think so. He's just showing like, hey, I'm in her good books.
Right. Because I had the knife at Ned's throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, and my other note here is Pycelle is a piece of shit. But that's because I think after that was with the Sansa stuff, because then Sansa comes in and like pleads for
Ned's life.
Right, and the whole time Pycelle's just like, oh, but he's a traitor and she's a traitor and traitors are the worst, and it's like, fuck you, Pycelle, you piece of shit. Oh, I fucking hate him. He's so good at being a douchebag.
I feel he serves really no purpose.
Yeah, well, he serves a purpose to be hated.
Just be a douche.
Yeah.
To be a dick.
And so the outcome of this is Joffrey says, sure, he'll have mercy, but he has to confess and he has to say that I am the rightful king.
Yep.
My beautiful lady, her words have swayed me.
Yeah. Joffrey.
Let us see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. So that's pretty much, that was it. Then there was credits and we were.
And then there was credits.
And then there were credits. So.
And then there was episode 9. Where
any conspiracy theories? Oh yeah, conspiracy theories from this episode.
So nothing really. I mean, like I said, just the
Benjen?
the Benjen thing, the hand thing. or the burning thing. So
and Syrio
and Sirio,
leaving that. There were cliffhangers in this episode
yeah, it's
Truth.
with Syrio, and then talking about still no sign of Benjen. Like the fact they brought him up again too.
right. And that's
Yeah.
and that's it. Like, why you gotta bring him up? There's got to be something.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
So,
News.
yeah, you got anything?
I do. I don't know if you guys talked about it last podcast. I apologize. I have not had a chance to listen, but there was an interview a couple weeks ago with Kit Harington. Where spoiler. So Kit Harington is Jon Snow. Someone asked him. It was in like a Belgian magazine.
Right.
And someone asked him how long you're under contract with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't talk about this right now. Let's just say that Game of Thrones will be a part of my life for a while.
Right.
I'll probably be in my 30s when it's over.
He said that a while ago, though, didn't he? That was like months ago that I heard that.
This is a couple weeks ago,
Oh.
like end of September.
Okay.
I just remember seeing it, and I don't think we've talked about it, so it's like Kit Harington is confirming.
Now, we did talk about this last week, but I don't know if you saw that Shay is filming. That was my reaction, too.
I was going to say, that's exactly how Chris reacted last.
So,
Wait, but how?
Well, exactly.
Right.
And we tried to figure that out. We're not sure whether it's going to be a flashback.
There you go. Yeah, his
twin sister or...
I was just like, oh, I hope she was just filming her death scene. I was like, no, but wait, she did die.
She died like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, and she died.
Where was she seen filming?
She was
like, what was the context?
She was with Varys.
Whoa.
And she didn't look like she did in the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, she looked different. Her hair is different. The type of clothes she was wearing was different. So I don't know. People are saying, "Oh, don't worry, it's just a flashback." I don't think so. But I did also hear someone say that maybe there's the new Red Priestess, and that maybe she's fucking with Tyrion.
Oh,
like, it could be all in
idea.
his head, right? So
cloaking him with something.
Yeah.
So I have 2 things of that. Yeah, it could just be he's just seeing what he wants to see, and they know his weakness, so they just find someone that looks like her, or they cloak someone to look like her. The other thing is, and Tyler probably knows, in the book, and they talk about it all the time, and it's one of the stupid repetitive things, he had a whore before Shay that he fell in love with.
Oh, they talked about it on the show, yeah.
Okay, they talk about it so briefly, but it's a major sticking point in the books.
Okay.
Of like he fell in love with a whore, and his dad, his dad's dying words in the books. He's like, "Where is," I forget her name, and Tywin says, or Tyrion says, "Where do I find her?" And he says, "Oh, wherever whores go."
Huh.
And so maybe this character is playing some sort of version of that, like another whore that he falls in love with.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
She's such a terrible actor.
I just happened upon, I guess, how do you fucking say that? Brendan?
Oh yeah,
Tully?
that was the other dude. The Blackfish is filming.
He is back, so that's good because we haven't seen him since the Red Wedding.
No.
So
he's the Oh, this is an interesting thing I've just clicked on. Googling Shay. Meet the 6 porn stars who've appeared on Game of Thrones.
6?
I knew she was. So she was
I
a
knew
porn
she
actor.
was. Hold on. Damn, now I want to see this. Meet the 6?
So I think they might just play whores.
Ow.
Yeah, I think they just play.
It's the whores.
I don't recognize any of them except for Shay. So I think they're just our random boobs that we're counting.
Boobs,
Okay.
boobs.
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 Yeah, so Brendan Blackfish, Brendan Tully is Catelyn's uncle. So there's the 2 Tullys that are still question marks.
Right.
And the one is the one that was actually married at the Red Wedding.
Right.
Her brother, and we don't know what's happened to him. He's still a question mark.
Well,
The one they're filming with is the uncle.
right. He'll come back. He'll come back because the whole Frey thing's coming back.
Well, they should be linked together. The uncle and in the books they are, spoiler.
Right.
So I think what they say they're filming is the Siege of River Run.
Okay.
So River Run is one of the only places that hasn't bent the knee yet.
Okay.
So it's under siege.
Nice.
And then in the books they send Jamie to fix it.
Right.
So I think that's supposedly what they're filming. So it's a huge plot point that I think they're going to get to. And then the brother from the Red Wedding is part of that too. So I think he'll be a part of that.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's really, I like that storyline a lot.
Why can't it be April already? Damn
I know. What are we at? We're at October, right? We're almost there.
November,
We're almost
December,
there.
January, February, March, April. We're fucking 6 months away.
6 months, halfway there, man.
We're halfway there.
Do we have enough episodes to watch?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure
we
we
can
do.
fill the time.
Yeah. We'll just talk. We'll just turn the tape on and see what happens.
More filming, more casting news. I know. I think this is book 4, the Siege of River Run, and it's a plot point I really, really like because how it ends is good, and it really shows Jamie's humanity in this because he's very. I won't tell you how it ends, but like he makes some really good decisions and shows he's a really good leader too in this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like it isn't just kill everyone. Like
Right.
it's actually a good strategic.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's really good. So I'm excited. And the Frey stuff better come back and I think this might be the thread of hope that book readers are hoping for the character that comes back
Right.
that hasn't come back yet. Like I think this is how they'll introduce it again.
Wait, which character? Or do I want
Do
to
you know about this? It's a huge book thing.
Is it Catelyn?
Yes.
Okay. That I
Do
know.
you know?
I know about that. Yes, I know about
Okay.
that. Sorry, this
So-
is huge spoilers, guys. If you don't know this shit, we're
This
sorry.
is legit. If you've read the books, you know.
Right.
So did you look these up, Chris? Or how
No,
did you...
someone told me. I don't know who. I can't remember who. But
Okay.
I don't know the whole thing about it. I just know that there's someone who's back who claims to be, or who people think is. I can't remember.
No, so there's 2 characters that come back. Yes, Tyler.
No, finish your thought. No.
Okay, there's 2 characters that come back. One we never meet,
Right.
but in the books, it's like, you?
Yeah.
And that's the one that's a big question mark.
Right.
But the spoiler, the Catelyn one is.
Confirmed. Like it is actually her.
Yeah. But I want to know what Tyler wants to jump in with.
All right, jump in, Tyler. Let's hear it.
I wanna ask, do you want to listen to the audiobooks?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Oh no, you put them up, didn't you? I downloaded them. I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them.
I will say this: when we're caught up rewatching all of our episodes,
Yeah.
once that happens, because it'll happen in like 2 or 3 months,
Yeah.
and we still have 3 months to
Ooh,
go.
then we can do
we
the books.
We go books.
Books!
Oh.
Yes!
Ho, ho, ho. All right.
There's so much more stuff in the books that's conspiracy theory.
Okay, so we go after that. We go books.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna listen.
Right. I'll listen as well.
So,
How long are they? How many hours?
They're anywhere between 30 and 40 hours a piece.
That's a whole.
So we might
that's
have
a whole
to,
work week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We might have to like section it off a
Okay.
little bit. But
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Yeah, I'm excited.
But the,
then-
like this
'cause-
Catelyn stuff is
Because
such
then
a
there'll be
really
there'll be
awesome-
no off limits for me, and that's what I really want. Is there to be no off limits?
And then then everybody knows everything, and
Right.
then we're
We
good.
all have the same information.
I like it. I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah. Because sitting on the fact that Jon Snow died
Yeah, and with me,
was so
he's
hard.
the safest. He's the safest character. He's so safe.
He's fine, guys.
But-
He's fine.
But I'm not wrong. That's the
No,
thing. Is
you're
I'm
not
not wrong.
It was just, it's such a huge fucking mic drop.
I still, but it's a bullshit mic drop. Like he did it.
I guess.
he did it just to say, you know what? Fuck you guys. You think he's safe? I'm going to fucking kill him. Knowing full well you can't kill him without ruining your entire story.
Yeah.
Like, you ruin so much of the story. And I mean, yeah, you could kill Jon Snow off, and it could be permanent, but not without resolving, like, so much of what else is going on with him. But whatever.
Whatever.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. We're gonna do the books. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do the books because they're quite thrilling.
Awesome. And we can keep going after the show ends because the books won't be out yet.
There's so many more conspiracy theories because of the books.
Right.
And there's characters that you guys don't even know about.
Okay,
like
so let me...
The Martells and the Greyjoys.
Let me ask you a question about the... Okay. The show or the books? If you had to pick one.
Books.
I think I'm books too.
Okay. From what I've heard about the differences,
Like, the show is
sure...
good, but when I started it in the books, it had me hooked better.
The show is good, and I love reading it and then watching it play out.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun. But the show is kind of the abridged version of the books.
Now, what are the chances, do you guys think, that the 6th book will be out before the 6th season airs?
Not happening.
Not happening.
Zero?
No,
Zero.
It's not going to happen.
Wow. You guys are pessimists.
Yeah, definitely not happening.
Wow.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero chance of that happening.
Do you think that they put the book out? Well, okay, because he said the book's coming out this year. Like in 2016. Sorry, not this year. Next year.
Okay.
It's not going to come out before the season, and I don't think it's going to come out during the season.
So they're going to have it come out after.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
End of summer. Calling it now.
Yeah. I'll say this. I have to be caught up on the books when that one comes out.
I think you should be caught up on the books before season 6 airs.
Wow. Okay.
And I think that's very doable.
I think it's totally doable.
I think it's doable too. All right, cool.
It's just because then you will know everything, and like things that they'll spoil in season 6 will be stuff that no one knows.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Anyways, I think it's just good to have all of the information that you can.
Awesome. And then I can live on the forums.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so much fun.
Just live on the subreddit all day.
I go on the subreddit every day before this podcast just to see if there's anything I can talk about.
That's awesome.
Any conspiracy theories, and you should definitely get on there with me. I
will do that very, very shortly.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty much done for this evening. So we'll see you guys next week.
Have a lovely, lovely evening.
Peace.